Good morning, everyone. It's a beautiful, sunny Friday morning in Southern California, and I've got to first of all apologize for my terrible sounding voice and the way I look. I'm just recovering from a cough and cold, so please forgive me. You won't have to look at me the whole time, which is very fortunate, as I'm going to put up a little presentation. Today, what I want to talk about is our very, very exciting event that's coming up on the 16th and 17th of April. It's an awesome event, not to be missed. We call it Learn from the Leaders, Learn from the Leaders 2016. So I'm going to switch over now to a little presentation that'll allow you to see what Learn from the Leaders is all about. So I'm going to now work with the technology here. I have Stephanie next to me who's helping me. And 2016 Learn from the Leaders. You know, Learn from the Leaders is not new. It's a concept that started around 1998. I may be not completely accurate with the date. I'd have to check with some of my colleagues. But in the 90s, there were some very big Pilates conferences. One of them was Body, Mind, Spirit, which was in Santa Clara, California. It would draw about 1,000 people, many, many presenters. Or people like myself were going around and giving individual workshops. I wanted something in between, where it would still be an intimate environment, a few presenters, 2 or 3 presenters, but not as overwhelming as 50 presenters and 1,000 people. So we started it actually in Australia, and I believe the first one was with Karen Klippinger, my dear friend and co-author, and myself. We gave one in Queensland, Australia, and it was very successful. The beauty was that there were about 100 people. Everyone got to experience Karen and my workshops. It was very intimate, and yet it opened it to a bigger audience. The next one we did was with my friends Michelle Larson, Kathy Corey, myself, again, very successful. And these events continued. To date, we've given approximately 15 Learn from the Leaders in various countries, the United States, South Africa, Germany, Greece, Turkey, and they have been fantastic. And they were created to bring Pilates enthusiasts and professionals together from around the world to share generously in education, knowledge, and experience. And I have made a point that the presenters be from diverse backgrounds. This, although it's under the BASI Pilates umbrella, all are welcome. And that is why, for instance, last year, we had Brett Howard, not last year, I'm sorry, in 2013, Brett Howard from New York, who represented the more classical approach to Pilates. Alan Herdman was there, my dear friend and colleague, Lolita San Miguel, and Karen Klippinger as well presented. It shows diversity. There is not only one way, there are many ways. And I want people to be exposed to many different leaders in our field. So this year, we have yours truly will be presenting. Again, my friend and colleague, Karen Klippinger, she's a professor at Cal State Long Beach, California State University, Long Beach, teaches in the dance department, brilliant woman. And we have Deborah Lesson. Deborah Lesson is a very old friend of mine. We've been close friends, close colleagues for well over 20 years. And it is so exciting to have Deborah join us. Deborah comes from the lineage of Carola Trier, the first person actually to open a studio outside of Joseph Pilates Studios, studied with Joseph Pilates and Clara Pilates for many years. And Deborah is a unique, wonderful individual that shares her knowledge so generously. Brilliant teacher, brilliant individual, and a very dear friend. So, to be surrounded by not only colleagues, but friends, that's what Learn from the Leaders is about for me. It's about community, about celebrating education, about sharing generously, sharing ideas, certainly having spirited debates, but it is about the concept of humility in education, that we are all students sharing generously. This year, I'm also very proud to be presenting our BASI faculty. For the first time, our BASI faculty will be presenting. I've always brought presenters from different parts of the spectrum of the Pilates world. And this time I wanted people to be able to enjoy our incredibly talented BASI faculty. So you can see up on the screen, we have my dear friend Mario speaking about mobility of the lower girdle, of the lower body. Natasha Barnard from South Africa. Mario is originally from Italy, lives in Germany, an incredible individual, so entertaining in every way, but so knowledgeable. Natasha from South Africa will be doing a mat class on the foam roller. Sarah Bertuccelli from Santa Barbara, California, Pilates mat mixer. My dear friend Ed Buerta, also from South Africa. Him and his wife Tamsin have just had a baby. Congratulations, Ed and Tam. Amazing people. All these people are simply gems in our industry. People don't see them enough. Yes, they travel for BASI all over the world, but you have the opportunity to come to the Hyatt Resort, the Hyatt Newporter in Newport Beach, enjoy amazing weather, amazing resort, and these wonderfully talented people. Ophi dates, classic BASI mat class. Ophi really encapsulates what BASI is all about. Miriam from Germany. Miriam brings such a wealth of knowledge of movement. She is a beautiful mover, and she will talk about just breathing, how we breathe, why we breathe, what breath is, and she truly breathes a great spirit into the work. Lisa Hubbard from Southern California, she has her own style called Rhythm Pilates. Rhythm Pilates Harmony is her workshop and class. Beautiful woman. Lisa has studied with me for years. All these people have studied with me for many years. Lisa in particular started probably 15, 16 years ago as a client, then became an instructor, then one of our faculty, and then created her own style, Rhythm Pilates. My dear friend and colleague, Stella Hull Lampkin, she is the operations manager, puts up with me every day, not an easy task. And she's going to be talking about the business of Pilates. And certainly she has great experience, not only in BASI, but in other Pilates businesses, mainly on the East Coast in New York. Then we continue to Sandra Carmen, creating functional stability. Sandra is a long-time professional dancer. Few move as beautifully as Sandra, and she will be bringing her wealth of knowledge and experience to the workshop. Beauty to behold. Anthony Lett, originally from Australia, now living in Panama. He is a wealth of knowledge. He has a course and a book called Innovations in Pilates. Anthony is the BASI Pilates Director of Advanced Education oversees all our advanced education workshops and certificate courses. He is going to launch a course that is relatively new for us, although I've spoken about it for many, many years, called Pilates Anatomy. It's modeled after my book called Pilates Anatomy that was co-written, co-authored with Karen Klippinger. And Anthony truly brings this book to life. It's a must. Everyone should really do that Pilates Anatomy course. My dear friend Sherry Long, wow, few encapsulate the work like Sherry does. She is here, always assisting me, always observing, the consummate student. And that's why she is such an incredible teacher. Excuse me, one moment. Thank you very much for your patience. Just needed to have a little drink. Tracy Mallet, another dear friend, went through the BASI program, taught for BASI, and she is famous for her booty bar program. Cindy Reed hails from Chicago, brings incredible knowledge to balance and function. You can also see Cindy's fantastic workshop. It's a 2 or 3 day workshop that is available on basipilates.com as an online workshop where she teaches the jump board, how to use the jump board, goes into the science and function of jumping and the use of the jump board. And few give such a comprehensive overview of the jump board. My dear friend Ashley Ritchie from South Africa, she is our pre and postnatal expert and gives a 3-day certificate course about pre and postnatal work. What an incredible person. Absolutely adore Ashley and her work. She's an inspiration and brings such knowledge. She has 4 kids, and what is so unique is she had each one of those kids in a different decade of her life. Wow, amazing. And then Theo Buerta studied with me since her early 20s. She is now a mother of 2, a wonderful woman, and she is the licensee for BASI South Africa. She owns BASI South Africa, and she is a brilliant teacher teaching reformer on the mat. So as you can see, this is such an incredible lineup. It's a celebration. It's bringing people together to enjoy diversity in education. And what a wealth of talent we have right there. I hope you're all sending in your questions. I will answer your questions towards the end. So don't be shy to type in questions. My IT person, Stephanie, is right by my side typing in questions. We have Kristen and Stella on their computers gathering the questions. So we will answer all the questions. Back to our Learn from the Leaders. On the final day, we're going to have a closing ceremony. Several people will speak. We have amazing sponsors. I will mention our sponsors at the end. But BASI Systems Pilates Equipment, together with BASI Pilates, are the 2 biggest sponsors. You will be able to see and experience BASI Systems equipment. And on that day, we will have a representative of BASI Systems speaking. I will speak, and then we are going to have a massive athletic and challenging mat work class. Those who know my work, who know BASI work, who know the mat work classes, who have experienced my marathon mats, know what to expect. It is always a joyful experience, if somewhat challenging. This one will be broadcast live to the world. We did that in 2013 as well. And if I'm not mistaken, we had around 2,000 people logging on, together with the over 200 in the hall doing it live with me. Such an amazing experience. I mean, we could feel the energy from around the world. People wrote to us from different parts of the world, obviously in different time zones, some doing it at 4 in the morning, some late in the evening, some midday with their students. Wonderful, wonderful energy. And that really utilizes and harnesses the power of technology to allow us all to be a global community. So just a wonderful opportunity to share in a joyful mat class with people all around the world. Okay, now celebrate the night. Those who know BASI know BASI is never only about work. Yes, we work hard. We definitely work hard here at BASI. But it's always about also having fun. Having fun. So on Saturday evening, April 16th, happens to be my birthday. So I'm inviting you all to my birthday party. We're calling it Celebrate the Night. It's an unforgettable evening. It's an evening where we will toast the launch of BASI Systems North America. We did the official launch in Europe last summer in Istanbul at the Four Seasons Hotel on the Bosphorus in Istanbul. Oh my gosh, what an event. What an incredibly classy event. It was amazing. Truly, it made me so proud, brought me to tears. And this one is going to be the same caliber. Different because we'll be in Newport Beach, close to the Back Bay, beautiful water, aqua environment. And we'll be in Newport Beach, not on the Bosphorus in Turkey, but it will be equally as wonderful. We are going to be toasting BASI Systems North America, and very importantly, the global BASI family. Remember, people will be there from well over 20 countries, people that make efforts. Sometimes people complain to me that they don't want to get on the 405 freeway and come down to our academy from Santa Monica. Come on. People are coming from all over the world to share in this amazing event. So people make efforts that I'm truly humbled by. Recently, I was teaching in Spain, and I met one of the students in the lobby. She was just about to head out. So my dear friend Samantha Wood and I said, why don't you come and join us for a drink before you head out? She did. And in talking to her, she said, I better go and catch my bus. This was 10:30 in the evening. She said, I better go and catch my bus. I said, oh, wow, where are you going to? She said, well, I live in the north of Spain. Excuse me. I live in the north of Spain, and I have an 8.5-hour bus ride. And I was floored. I said, when did you get in? She said, oh, I came in the day before. I caught the bus for 8.5 hours. So I said, you caught a bus for 8.5 hours to attend my 2 workshops today, and now you're catching a bus 8.5 hours back? And in her joyful, beautiful, elated way, said, sure, absolutely. That's what education's about. And, you know, I just felt so, honestly, just humbled by this, humbled to my core. I thank her and the many others that make such an effort to be at these events. So celebrate the night is to raise a toast to these great people, to you all around the world who come from far and wide, and even from Newport Beach, and travel the 10 minutes to the Hyatt to be there together. So, to make this celebration special, we have 3 featured guests. So because on the screen, the first one is Maya, I will start with Maya. I'm just going to have another sip of water. So we're starting with Maya. Maya is my niece. She is an incredible musician. She is the equivalent of a Grammy winner in Israel for Best Emerging Young Artist. She's just released her second CD, which is unbelievable. If you just Google Maya Isacowitz on Google, it'll take you to her Facebook page or her site. You can hear her music. I am proud to have her as a niece. I could not hope for a better niece, although I've got quite a few of them. They're all equally as wonderful. But she will be here. I was contacted by the husband of one of my students who said he's a professional bass player and in his very humble way said he'd just love to give back a little to BASI. Could he accompany Maya? I said, sure. Have you played much? Yeah, he said, I've played. I've played, for instance, with Santana and Carlos Santana. I've played with Jefferson Airplane. I've played with Sly and the Family Stone. And those who are younger probably have never heard of these people. For me, this is equivalent to having played with Joseph Pilates, having done Pilates with Joseph Pilates. These are the greats of my generation. So I am absolutely bowled over that Bobby Vega, the great bass player, Bobby Vega, look him up on Google, Bobby Vega, and see this master of the bass. And he will be accompanying my dear niece, Maya. We then have Deborah. Deborah is the licensee, BASI licensee for Spain. An incredible woman, beautiful woman. And she's also a professional flamenco dancer. And she is going to be doing a flamenco performance for us. Beauty to behold. Flamenco dance is so powerful. The last time I saw a flamenco performance was in the great Alhambra Palace in Granada, Spain. What a great event. Oh, my word. And now I'll have Deborah here with us in Newport Beach, bringing the spirit and power of flamenco dance to Newport Beach. And recently we added Wang Bo, a Shaolin monk, to the lineup. I am absolutely honored, humbled that Wang Bo agreed to do a demonstration. He's one of the great masters in the world. And he grew up in the Shaolin Temple in China, and he is one of the great masters of karate, and he will bring his lineage to the stage. He has been performing for many years, and to have him there, everyone who has heard me teach and has attended my workshops know the reverence I have for the martial arts. My son did a workshop with Wang Bo, and I went to watch for a while, and I was simply blown away by the light that this man emanates. Ilan came home from the workshop and said, wow, Daddy, I've just never experienced anything like it. So I thought, why not bring someone like this to our event so we can see the best of the best? In karate, in martial arts, you're going to see the best of the best in Pilates, in the martial arts, in music, and in flamenco dance. So a great night, celebrate the night. There will be food, there will be drink, great people under the California night sky. What could be better? As I mentioned earlier, BASI Systems is one of the sponsors, the main sponsor for the event. They are BASI Systems is providing all the equipment, so you will have beautiful, state-of-the-art equipment to use at the event, test drive it, and if you want it, you can buy it. I will say, if you're very interested in buying it, know already that you want it, buy it now, because if you're attending the event, you get 25% discount. If you're not attending the event, 20% discount. And I will say that if you want to test drive it before, you're welcome to come to our headquarters, the BASI Academy in Costa Mesa, California. Come in, look around, feel it, try it, work on it. If you love it, buy it at this great price of 25% discount. Amazing price, and I encourage you all to take advantage of it. It really is absolutely beautiful equipment. When I work on this equipment, I feel like I'm partnering with a partner in dance. Equipment is not just a dead piece of apparatus. It's alive, it breathes, and this equipment moves in such a beautiful way. You truly share a relationship with the equipment. I could not be proud of this equipment, and to be a part of it is truly an honor in my life. So take advantage and get.
Okay, so you got to go up just one slide.
Okay, there was a technical glitch, and I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry. Suddenly our internet went down. My apologies. I'm sorry. Anyway, going on to our sponsors. Our two main sponsors is BASI Pilates and BASI Systems. BASI Pilates, the brand, has three main pillars. We have education, we have now equipment, BASI Systems, and we have Pilates Interactive, which is our technology, our online education system. We're so proud of these three pillars of the BASI brand. We then have Airex, one of the best mat companies in the world. So anyone that comes to the event will receive an Airex mat. Now, this is not your typical conference mat that you use for 2 days and then throw out. This is one of the best mats that you can buy, and you'll be receiving that free to use at the conference. I'm so happy Airex is one of our sponsors. KW will be providing their original and unique lineup of apparel, that we keep it in the family wherever possible. The founder of KW is a BASI graduate, and together with her husband created KW Apparel. Pilates Style, I've had a long-standing relationship with Pilates Style. I have done the Q&A for Pilates Style for the past, well over 5 years, and they've done many editorials about me, about BASI, about our different innovations. BASI faculty have been on the cover of Pilates Style, and we've shared such a wonderful and supportive relationship. OPTP will be providing accessories, a great provider of accessories such as foam rollers, circles, mats, balls, different accessories. Very proud to have OPTP with us. Good Citizen, a wonderful organization, and I look forward to getting to know Good Citizen a lot better. Booty Bar, I mentioned earlier, founded by our very own Tracy Mallet. Human Kinetics. Human Kinetics is the publishing house of both my books, Pilates and Pilates Anatomy. They have been an incredibly supportive publisher and have had such a great positive impact on the world of fitness. I'm very happy that Human Kinetics are part of the sponsorship lineup. And Pilates Anytime. Pilates Anytime has become almost a household name in the Pilates world. As I travel around the world, I realize the great impact that Pilates Anytime is having on the Pilates world, a very positive impact, making Pilates accessible to people and in every corner of the world, of this planet. And Pilates Anytime, what is one of the founders and directors is our very own Christy Cooper. She studied with me for many years, was one of our faculty, and in fact, one of only 3 principal faculty of BASI Pilates. What a great lineup of sponsors, and I thank our sponsors. I hope you will support them. Back to me. Sorry, you have to now see my face again. I have looked better in my life, but this is what we have on this Friday morning in Southern California. So let me go to any questions that anyone had. Steph, do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, we're getting some from Twitter. One was for the pre-sale, how do I purchase the BASI Systems equipment?
Someone wrote in, how do you purchase the BASI Systems equipment? Great question. And I really encourage you to inquire because we don't there's a limited supply. Obviously, you realize that we're bringing in a container of this equipment. What is there, and that's it. So it's not an unlimited supply. And remember, this is brand new equipment that's arriving for this conference. We will unpack it at the hotel. It'll be used for 2 days at the conference, and then it's yours. So essentially brand new equipment for 25% off, and you can organize shipping. Come with a U-Haul truck, pack it in, you saved shipping, you save 25%, you're getting a great deal on brand new equipment. So to the question, how do you inquire about it? Our North America sales manager is Brandon Gamble, one of our BASI faculty, fantastic guy, knowledgeable. Please write to Brandon, B-R-A-N-D-O-N, Brandon at BASIPilates.com, Brandon at BASIPilates.com. If you forget, just call us on 949-574-1343, and we will put you through to Brandon. Again, 949-574-1343, and we will put you right through to Brandon. He will help you, advise you, give you all the details, all the specs on all the equipment. And if you want to try it out before, come to our center. Even if you bought a flight, buy a plane ticket, wherever you are, come, stay here for a day, try out the equipment, no cost to you, cost you an airline ticket. And if you love this equipment, it was a worthwhile investment. So again, Brandon at BASIPilates.com. Next question, Steph.
Next question's from Lindsay Martin. It's, I'm a Pilates enthusiast and I would like to attend, but I'm not sure what workshops I should be attending. Is there any suggestions on workshops for an enthusiast?
Lindsay wrote in, and she's a Pilates enthusiast, is not sure which workshops to attend. So first of all, Lindsay, let me congratulate you that you're an enthusiast that wants to expand your horizons. What a great thing. Sometimes enthusiasts get intimidated. They think, oh, it's for professionals. It's not for me. No, no, no. This is for everyone. And it doesn't matter where you study, with whom you study, you are welcome. You come to a BASI event, you will be embraced, welcomed. It's the one thing people always say to me, and the one thing that makes me proudest about BASI Pilates is how welcoming we are. Everyone is. This is a family. This is the BASI family, and we open our doors, open our hearts, open our arms to everyone. Getting back to your question, Lindsay, which workshops do I recommend? I can honestly say you cannot go wrong. Every workshop is going to expand your knowledge. Great people, generous people, wonderful people. You know, Lindsay, a workshop is an experience. Anyone who goes to a workshop thinking they're going to grasp every word that was said and remember every exercise that was taught, I can tell you as a presenter, we don't expect that. All we want to give you is an experience that you can go away with, and that will, if you go away with some new thoughts, some new concepts, some new exercises, we've already achieved what we want to achieve. I can honestly say to you, you cannot go wrong. Saying that, if you would like to speak to someone about the presenters, I suggest you call our center, again, 949-574-1343, and you can either speak to Stella, the operations manager, or to Kristen, our student affairs coordinator. Either one of them will be able to help you with recommending presenters. But honestly, look at the topics. Try and find topics that interest you. If anatomy isn't of great interest to you, then probably the anatomy workshop is not your first choice. If studying the advanced work is not of particular interest to you, then maybe my workshops on reaching higher ground, which offer a path to the study of the advanced repertoire, maybe that wouldn't be for you, although I'd love to have you in my workshops. But look at the topics, and then if you need more information, please speak to Stella or Kristen. I can see both of them right now, and they would be happy to take your calls.
The next question I have from Jessica Doherty is, will I be able to receive PMA CECs?
Jessica wrote in, will I be able to receive PMA CECs? Yes, I'm proud to say that most, if not all, the workshops are accredited for CECs. That again, I would check with Stella, 949-574-1343, or stella@basipilates.com. But we went to great lengths. Our Director of Advanced Education, Anthony Lett, went to great lengths to have most, if not all, of the workshops accredited for PMA CECs. So in short, yes, I'm very proud that this year you will be able to get PMA CECs for attending.
Okay, the next question is, will you be hosting Learn from Ladies in another country anytime soon?
There's a question, will we be hosting a Learn from the Leaders in another country anytime soon? I'm sure we will. We're in discussion about doing one in Australia sometime in the not too distant future, another one in South Africa. I'm absolutely sure there will be another one in Europe. I will be giving a mini Learn from the Leaders in Athens, Greece this summer. I will be doing a one-day extensive workshop where I'll be teaching a mat work class and then a 2 3-hour workshops, followed by my master program. The master program is part of a program we call Pilates Ultimate. There are 3 phases: the mentor, the master, and the master reunion. For the first time, I will be teaching the master outside of the United States in Athens, Greece in July. I will also be teaching in Tel Aviv, Israel, toward the end of July. All these dates can be seen on our website. They may not all be up there. We're just finalizing the details, but in the very near future, both the Greece dates and the Israel dates will be up. There I will be doing 2 days of workshops. The one day will be a mat work class, followed by 2 3-hour workshops. And the second day will be a 5-hour workshop. We have topics for that already. The one will be Pilates for men. The full day will be the powerhouse of the upper girdle. It's a workshop on the shoulder girdle. And forgive me, but the third workshop has simply escaped my mind. But I will be teaching in Israel in July. So in short, they aren't as big as the one we're having in California, because there are not many presenters, but I will be teaching in Athens in July and in Tel Aviv, Israel, late July. Athens is mid-July, I believe the 8th, 9th, and 10th, and in Israel, I believe the 21st, 22nd, but the exact dates will be available on our site. And look out for more. I'm sure there will be one in Australia. I'm sure there will be one in South Africa. And I'm sure there will be another in Europe pretty soon.
That was our final question.
So that's our final question for the day. Again, forgive my croaky voice. I ask your forgiveness that our internet went down for that few minutes and we lost connection. I thank Stephanie, our IT person, marketer, social media specialist extraordinaire, and she puts together these wonderful presentations and webinars. And my thanks to you all for supporting BASI, supporting this event. Please remember that although it's under the BASI umbrella, it is for everyone. It's not a BASI event in that only BASI people can come. It's for everyone. So come, share the energy, share the joy, share the celebration, share knowledge and experience. We want you there. Thank you all. I send you my love and best wishes for a great Friday and a wonderful weekend. Thank you.